In a small village near the edge of a dark forest, there lived a 12-year-old boy named Kofi. Everyone in the village feared the forest because strange sounds came from it every night, whispers, cries, and sometimes laughter that sounded almost human. But Kofi was different. He loved adventures. One evening, while the villagers hurried indoors before sunset, an old man wearing a torn black coat stopped Kofi near the river. "Never follow the lights in the forest," the old man warned softly. Kofi laughed. "I'm not afraid of fairy tales." The old man stared at him with cold eyes. "The forest only takes those who think they are brave." That night, heavy rain fell. Thunder shook the village. Suddenly, Kofi heard screaming outside. "The chief's daughter is missing." Villagers searched everywhere with lanterns, but there were no footprints, only strange glowing lights floating near the forest entrance. People shut their doors immediately. "No one enters that forest," they whispered. But Kofi couldn't ignore the cries for help. Grabbing a torch and a small knife, he secretly entered the forest alone. At first, everything seemed normal. Then the whispers began. "Kofi," he froze. The voice sounded exactly like his dead mother. "Kofi, help me," his heart pounded violently. He followed the voice deeper into the trees until he saw her standing beside a giant tree. His mother, smiling. But something was wrong. Her feet were not touching the ground. Suddenly her neck twisted slowly, all the way around. "Kofi," the torch dropped from his hand. The woman's smile stretched wider and wider until her face split open like cracked wood. Kofi ran. Branches clawed at his skin. The whispers became screams chasing him from every direction. Then he saw the missing girl tied beside a strange stone covered in symbols. Around her stood shadowy figures with glowing white eyes. One of them spoke. "You were chosen too." The ground beneath Kofi began to shake. Giant roots burst from the earth and wrapped around his legs like snakes. The girl screamed. Kofi spotted an old bell hanging from a dead tree nearby. Remembering the old man's warning, he threw his knife with all his strength. Clang! The bell rang loudly across the forest. Instantly, the shadow creatures shrieked in pain. The glowing eyes disappeared. The roots released him. Kofi grabbed the girl and ran without looking back. When they finally escaped the forest, the sun was rising. The villagers celebrated them as heroes. But Kofi noticed something terrifying. The old man in the black coat was gone. Inside his empty house, villagers found only one thing written on the wall: "The forest never loses. It only waits." That night, as Kofi tried to sleep, he heard whispering outside his window. Kofi, and deep in the darkness beyond the village, hundreds of glowing eyes slowly opened. Subscribe for more stories.